So far, we've been successful. So if you are brand new to our channel, we do appreciate your company. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you click that subscribe button. Maybe give us a thumbs up, some heart emojis, or some comments underneath the video when we've gone off air. And this just gives us a wider reach with our ethos, which is share the love of craft. So just share as much as we can. So if you can share this live show in Facebooks and other social media pages, that would be appreciated. Now, before I get into anything, we have a news flash. Well, it's not a news flash, but I need to put it out there straight out of the whatever you want to call it, straight off the bat, because I told you all about our advent calendar refills. When did I put them live? Monday? Monday, they are limited stock. We don't have many left. Now, I know exactly what's going to happen, and this is why I'm telling you right now, because so many people, when is the refills coming? When is the refills coming? When is the refills coming? And I've had that for over a month from lots of you. Now, I am not replenishing the refill. Once the refill has gone, it has absolutely gone. I'm not going to be ordering extras for Betty and the people that missed out, unfortunately, because I have to move on as a company, as you all know. And I'm really, really worried right now that the people that maybe have asked when the refills are coming don't know that it's here, because they're not in our app, they're not in my newsletter, they're not on social media so much until they think, oh, I need a refill, and it's going to be too late. So my question is, have you got your refill? Because once they're gone, they're gone. And secondly, if you know of somebody who bought the calendar last year and maybe would want to get their refill, maybe they don't, maybe they're going to fill it themselves this year, that's absolutely fine. But I know what's coming. I know we're going to get the emails, me and Becky, saying, I've missed out, is there any chance? And there is no chance. I'm just giving you the warning, and it's limited stock as we speak. I have less than 100 left, okay? Becky and I have been working all week to get them out of the door. Some of you may have them, some of you may get them Monday, so you can replenish your calendars if you want to and get them put away ready for the 1st of December. I even have the blisters and everything to boot to go with on both hands, you know, making sure everything fits in your boxes, cutting stamps and things like that. So I'm telling you, and I'm giving you the heads up straight out of the box, that is where we're at with the advent calendar, okay? So please do not tell me off if you come to get it and it's gone, because you have been warned. And I'm having a little bit of a belly moment with it, thinking, oh, and I did order a lot, you know? Right, so let's get straight into the one-day special. Don't forget we have our QR code on the screen. That's going to take you to all of the products live in show. If you're on the website, the products are linked below. And if you're on YouTube, they're also linked. Everything's linked, so you should have an easy way. If you're watching on mytelly.com, easy peasy, you can add basket to phone, just so many easy ways. And if you're in our app, that applies too. So share the love of craft, share with your friends. Let's get cracked straight on. Now, lots of you have already bought this before coming to air, and I nearly had a panic attack because I was like online and I looked at the price you were all paying. I'm like, have I put it on at the right price? That's too cheap. And then I realised probably most of you are at the highest position with our point system, free postage, points discounts, clubs discounts. So I'm so glad the points are getting reset. Me and Tim were like, we can't wait for your points to reset. I said, Tim says, customers won't be happy about that. I said, come on. We rolled them over last year for you all so you could all experience, so you all know how it feels now to be at those extra Brucey points, get the free postage, so you know that every time you spend, and if you do get there, you are going to get those extra savings, but I can't carry them across for a third year. I can't do it. I can't do it. Tim's like, we can't do it. But anyway, make the most of it for the rest of the year, guys, because you do deserve it. So let's have a look at the first item, Merry and Bright. I do believe this is our last Christmas launch of the year. We did our foiled watercolour books last week in show on Monday. My apologies. And again, I'm going to talk about those when I get to them because you were all waiting for those, and those are also limited stock. You absolutely love them. So thank you so much. However, this is brand new. We have plenty of stock of this. It's only been to QVC Germany, so it is absolutely unique for you all. And it's beautiful. And it works so well with your woodland wildlife because it has that stag head, So all of your animals and your papers and your dies are all going to fit seamlessly within the head of this stag or deer. So what do we get for our money? So you get the bumper paper pack. I've left them all in the packets, guys, because I'm going to unpackage them when I get to the other side and show you how wonderful they are. So bumper paper pack with our incredible papers. You all know our papers, 75 sheet bumper paper pack with lots of beautiful designs in here, which go so well with this collection. I know you love our bumper paper packs, to the point where I've even put that one on as an individual so you don't pester Karen. Can we have the paper, extra paper on its own? So I've put that on as an extra for you. So if you want to check that one out, this is available as an independent if you want to top up when I show you what's inside. So in this particular collection, you get the bumper paper pack and then you get the 2 dies. Now you get the plate die with that beautiful head in there and the tree line down by the bottom. And then you get this tree line just as an entity on its own. I'm going to do a beautiful demo using this, guys. You're going to be blown away by the demo with just this, okay, as well. So you can see the whole plethora of samples down by the base there. You can use your sparkly card. You could use your lovely papers, your white card, your black card. And I feel like if you haven't started your Christmas cards now, you are pushing it a little bit. And if you've got your watercolour books, maybe you're all starting to paint those and get your Christmas cards cracked on so you can get them all out the door ASAP. I know we don't start sending Christmas cards actually until December, but, you know, you are cutting it fine. So this is our last Christmas launch. We have done a whole bunch of Christmas this year. So if you've noticed, all of them intermix beautifully. They all go so well together. When I was looking through the collections we'd already launched to see what I could add to the show, I was like, well, that's going to work with this and that's going to work with that. I'm incredibly pleased with the Christmas collections that we've launched this year in our channel and when we were on Create and Craft as well. So you get the complete set. I put it on at $39.99. The paper pad is 20 quid on its own. So you can see the value already in that. I've already reduced it to $36.99 for our one-day special. And if you have your points and your club discount and everything else and your free postage, you get it for 28 quid. Moving on. I'll show you some samples over the other side. Right, let's move down to the next 2 items. I forgot to tell you as well. So this is the one-day special, but tonight at 6 o'clock, I'm doing Black Friday deals. So if you place an order in today's show, you will not have to pay any postage for anything else you add to your order tonight. So if you see the deals tonight, you can add to your previous order, okay, as many times as you want, because we're not dispatching any orders today at all. So you'll be able to shop over the weekend if you want to watch the shows and things like that. All orders will start to go out the door on Monday, along with the brand new advent calendar, which I'll talk about in a second. So we have our 2 watercolour books here, both are limited stock, okay, because they've just flown. And I actually put these on my TikTok shop as well, and they've flown on there as well with people who are not customers of Stamps by Me. So I think people might be buying them for the children over the Christmas period with all of those pens and pencils and things that you get in your Christmas goodie boxes. So this one is your winter scenes. Now, I showcased these on Monday. Probably everybody that's watching now has got them or ordered them. They're great for mindfulness, but if you are brand new to the channel today and haven't seen them, these are our gold foiled watercolour books that are perforated, where you just pull them out. Or, as I said on Monday, you just paint them and then pull them out when you're ready to create a card, okay? So these are the scenes. I'll show you some samples in a second. And they are on 100% cotton watercolour card. There's no shortcut. There's no getting away from it. It's not going to pill. You're going to get the professional results to move that colour around on that card. So let me just show you some of the samples here. Absolutely beautiful. So these are the scenes. So I've added these to the show because not everybody watches my Monday night lives, you know. Just leave them gold if you want to and use your die cuts. So pretty and so fast. I'm going to call these fast lane card making. I really am, because I feel like you'll be able to punch those Christmas cards out as you go. Now, moving down to the next one, which is your festive backgrounds. Now, I know it says festive on it, but please look beyond the festive. So if you're thinking, I am absolutely done for Christmas, or maybe you'll like these ones. There is some berries, yes, given that is festive. However, there are leaves for autumn cards. There are floral designs. I can't wait to see what some of you do with these. There's floral backgrounds. These look like they've just been through a hot foiler machine and we didn't pay a lot of money, you know, to get the hot foil plates and the machines and the gold foil and everything else. So this one, and let me show you some samples for this, which are not Christmas orientated. Really, really pretty cards here, guys. And if you do want, this is one of our Christmas launches with the trees and the stag. Look at that. You know, so team them up with all of the other lovely, even if it's not Stamps by Me products and you love another brand, team them up, you know. They all work together, right? Should they not? Right, so the item number for this one, 110424A 14.99, and then you'll get your discounts above and beyond that one as well. Now, moving down the counter, I need to tell you about these. So I spoke about these on Monday. So this is our last year's calendar, full. Okay, this has now been listed. So if you missed last year's calendar, this is the 1 to 25, which starts on the 1st of December for 25 days, of course. And it's our last year's calendar. These are what we've got left from last year. Okay, now you can see, oh no, Tim, that is the refill picture, darling. This is the full one. So just 1 second, guys, I'll just sort that out for you. So this is last year's 2023 Advent Calendar. Absolutely beautiful. Most of you have this and you're all waiting for your refills, right? But if you weren't a follower of Stamps by Me last year and you're wanting to invest in the one from the previous year, you can do that. Now, this was £129. Now, you're probably thinking, jeepers, because I would. Jeepers, £129 for a craft Advent calendar. Are you joking? I've paid about 50 quid. That's my max. Okay, that's a given. But the ones that you pay 50 quid for, you tear the doors so you can't reuse it. The stuff that comes in them are too small for cards. Half of them you wouldn't touch again throughout the whole year because they served a purpose. They ticked that happy box when you opened that window on that one day. It never went any further than that. Okay, let me tell you why this is an incredible Advent calendar. The boxes, you don't split or tear. You reuse every year, okay? Gold foiled, 25 boxes. Longevity with your craft, you can refill these yourself every single year. And if you want to invest in this year's and give this to a friend and fill it with different types of chocolates every year, you think about it every year. Absolutely amazing. Oh, that's not correct. That's the old one, Tim. I put it on. The new one's on $89.99, darling. So what I've done with this one is last year, if you remember when you got this one, it had a class in it and it had a £20 voucher in it. I've taken those out because they're out of date and we cannot reuse those codes. So I've taken those out. So the cost of this calendar is $89.99, okay? So it's got the same product in. So if you're thinking, I bought it last year, I'm going to get it again this year, that's absolutely fine. But please do know that the product inside is the same, minus the class and minus the £20 voucher. So it's $89.99. Now, if you have your discounts of 20% and your 5% club and your free postage, it's a steal because what's in here is beautiful. Now, if you haven't got it, try not cheat and look at what people opened last year. It was such a wonderful thing to see you all opening them every day. And somebody did a YouTube video as well. So that's last year's and you can invest in this one. And Tim's searching frantically to sort it out for you. So we'll get the code for this one. So let's just move this one out of the way. That's last year's calendar. Here we go. Thank you, Tim. 11/11/24B, $89.99. Okay, that's that one. Full to the brim minus those two things. Okay, let's talk about this year's. So this year's is limited stock as well. This one, I changed it up a little bit. Now, also, I just wanted to go back and just cover something for you as well. Like, I know it's a lot of money, and I know a lot of you trust what I say anyway, but let me tell you, I designed this straight from the die to make the box. It's not an off-the-shelf box. We made the die for this, hence why I'm using it again this year to get some of my money back from the die that I made from it. So I made the die. All of the boxes were dies, so I've utilised all of the box same size dies. You will not be able to get another calendar like this unless somebody cheats me and does the naughty on me. This is my advent calendar that me and Phoebe designed just for you, okay? And that's why it was really important to me that you use this every single year, whether you fill it with little toys for the loved ones, kids, chocolates, art supplies, soaps, perfumes, whatever it's going to be, okay? So this is my work from start to finish, okay? Just moving on. So we did that, 25 boxes, amazing, right? But when I got to the end of it, and I saw what you'd all opened and the feedback, none of it was negative, by the way, it was absolutely wonderful. But me, as a human being and being the designer, I felt like some of the boxes were still too small. Yes, it's nice to get sequins and it's nice to get gems, and there are some in your new one. No, there's none. I'm not sure. Can't tell you. There's some in your refill, though. I knew I'd seen some somewhere. And it's nice to get those things because you can decant them into your little containers and bags and it's nice, right? But they were still too small. And I felt like if I'd have put a stamp in a box like that big, like the size of my eyeball, you would never use it again. You might use it once just because it's new and you want. So I thought, do you know what? What I'm going to do this year is I'm going to keep my same box because I paid a lot of money to have this design made. Okay, I've kept the same box. I took away the magnetic closure and we put the ribbon closure on this year, so it's different. And then when you open it up, it's got 12. They're all, 10's upside down. They are all bigger boxes. There's none of the littler ones in this one. And I've got some improvements on this one for next year as well. Live and learn. So we've gone through the snowflake theme and we've picked the design on the front that follows all of our fantastic papers for that we've launched to you here in 2024 over on Stamps by Me. So this one has 12. Now, with this one, you get collections. So although the other ones match in some way or another, this one has little bespoke collections in each one, okay? So if you are wanting to invest in one advent calendar, not last year's and not the refill, this is probably the one. It has lamination, it has reflection, and it has some other fabulous, amazing things that I know are going to make you really happy when you open those doors. We do have a class in there and we do have some other bits and pieces. Can't tell you too much, but it's 12. Now, if you open one every other day from the start of December, of course, you can do that all the 12 days in the run up to Christmas. So this is our brand new 2024 calendar. There will not be another refill for the green one, but next year there will be a refill for this one. So if you're collecting or you're sort of like giving to a friend your last year's, because they don't say the year on them, so nobody will ever know that, you know, you're reusing a calendar from last year. So this one is 260324 Alpha. This one is limited stock. It doesn't say it on the screen, but overall of our stock that we have allocated, I know we have less than 100, okay? When things go limited stock, it means I have less than 100, okay? Because normal quantities are 1,000. What do I need to tell you about? The refill. Tim, could you just pop the code up for the refill? Tim will try and find the code for the refill just in case you're panicking now because I've caused you to panic. And it says on it in a big gold panel, Advent Calendar Refill. It takes a lot to get through this Advent Calendar stuff, but I don't want people to get confused. Lots of you have just bought the refill and the new one because you collect them. But some of you didn't even see last year, so some of you are buying all of them, okay? It even says on the screen there, limited stock. 11/11/24 Alpha, 59.99. When that's gone, unless I caliphudge something that is nothing like what it's intended for somebody who's missed out, there are no more. Okay, 11/11/24 Alpha. And breathe. Let's get to the other side and let's do some fantastic demos. Now, if you have your advent calendars, please sit back and relax. You don't have to message in. You don't have to email Becky, the team, me, Becky, even Simon, Kath. We are all in with these advent calendars because we didn't actually anticipate how long it would take to do the refills. Now, if you can imagine, we've had to... Normally, we put the gifts in each box, put the box inside the big one, seal it off, and off it goes. However, this time, I'm going to have to factor this in, Anna, for the pink one next year. Every single item had to go inside a black bag, so you can't see through it, because I don't want you to know what's in it, and numbered. 1,000 refills. 25. It's a lot of bags, a lot of stickers, It's a lot of cutting, and let me tell you, my hands tell a wonderful story. And Becky's thumb, she still can't feel her thumb. So funny, so funny. Right, okay, I'm not complaining though, because I know it makes you all very happy, and it makes me very happy as well, because when I start to kick back a little bit, not until about 3 or 4 days before Christmas is when I start to breathe, and I see you all opening your advent calendars, and some of you posting that little secret thing, because we don't want to do spoiler alert. I get so excited, because the comments are just amazing. Just amazing. Right, okay, let's crack on. So let's have a look through the one-day special. Last Christmas, this one. Right, so paper pad, we have the plate die, and we have the tree line. Okay, let's have a look at the papers. Okay. Sarah says, last year's advent calendar was amazing. Best calendar I've ever had, worth every penny. I do try and give you so much back. I do try. I need to make a little bit of money, but I do try and make it so special. And I know, as I always say to you, if I'd buy it and I'm putting the things in and like, I'd be so happy if I got this, then I know you guys at home are going to be happy too. So, Merry and Bright paper pad, 5x7, 25 designs, 75 pages. Did I mention about Black Friday deals tonight at 6 p.m? I've mentioned it, okay. Getting sidetracked with the advent calendar. You can tell I'm slightly panicking about the advent calendar, because I know what's coming. I know it's going to sell out, and I'm going to get customers going, I missed it and I really wanted it, and I'm going to be like, oh. Right, let's have a look at these wonderful papers, because these are lovely. So we've got burgundies, teals, blues. We have the traditional landscapes. We have to have those in there. We have some focal points. We have the star designs. Just think about your woodland wildlife and your stag and your frame dies with the trees are going to work seamless. I think I've given you enough Christmas this year to last you a lifetime. What am I going to do next year for you all to keep you buying? What am I going to do? I'm going to have to really pull something out of the bag, aren't I? So that's your paper pad. Then you get your stag plate, which does cut proud, okay? And this is wonderful as well, because the stag comes out in one piece, guys. So you can actually use this as an embellishment in your glitter cards and things like that as well. So you just want to use this one, you can too. So you get this one, and then you get your tree line as well, okay? So the tree line works seamlessly behind the stag. I'll show you in a second. So you can do like a whole bunch of tree lines up the stag if you wanted to, but this works incredibly well on its own. So let's do some demos. Come on, come on, come on. Black Friday deals tonight. I've already been pulling it all together for you today, and there are some newishy things in there, not many. I don't like to disappoint the people that paid full price, but there are a few bits and pieces in there that are newish, that have discounts, and there's some steals. I'm a tease, aren't I? Let's do a bit of a shout out. Julie, Adele, Denise, Michaela, Margaret. Another gorgeous set, says Denise. Toni, you are spoiling us. This is the last Christmas, so guys, we're going to start slowing down a little bit in relation to, I know you're all waiting for the bigger machine. That's coming. I'm trying to pace things, as you all know. That's in the building. But we're starting to slow it down a little bit, you know. You need to start using what you've been buying from me. So let's do some demo. Let's cut this stag. First of all, let's show you how cool he is. Just cut him on some white. So you can see, let's show you the size. So the size is 5.5 by 4. So you can just see on my map there, 5.5 by 4. Okay, so if you're just wondering what size, if we can continue to share, that would be wonderful. Guys, you can share in the craft groups that like to see us in there. Right, let's run this one through. Yeah, it's some great stocking fillers tonight, guys, as well. If you're thinking, oh, my friend would love like a little hamper or a basket of little goodies. You know, if you're having a bit of a clear out as well, I've had this great idea. If you're having a bit of a clear out, go to like your local store and buy one of those hamper baskets and the cello, like cello on a roll that's got snowflakes or something. And then fill the bottom with a little bit of straw. And then all the things that you've either unopened or are pristine or you know you're not going to use, how wonderful to fill the bag, maybe get some steels from one of our shows, fill the bag, pull it to the top and put a great big ribbon into maybe a newbie crafter or a crafter who can't afford a lot of craft and it is actually just that lovely hobby, or a new crafter like a child who's getting into craft with grandma or auntie. I would have loved that as a child. Absolutely loved it. Tom is getting that from me, but it's not got Stamps by Me in it because he can have Stamps by Me, obviously. But he's asked for he's not watching because he's at school, but he's asked for things like Posca pens, the Magna Art colouring books. So I've been and bought the basket. I bought all of the stuff and I'll build it up and I'll put a great big plat and it'll be like sat on the floor, the biggest hamper of craft, the types of craft that he loves. And that'll probably be his favourite gift. So it's all exciting, and he still believes. Right, so let's show you this one. Look at this. You just pop the pieces out. The stars pop out too, so you could paper piece those back in gold if you wanted to. And look at that tree line there. And then the tree line comes out at the bottom too. Look. Oh, so cool. So cool. Well, if you cut it twice, you could take one out of like a black and put the black in there and take the one out of the white and put the white in the black. That would look cool as well. So you really do have those options on there. So I've already got quite a bit of kit. I want to make a few cards today. So I've done a bit of pre-cutting because I were a bit of a giddy kipper. I've already done some cutting already. So this is one of, let's do this one. So let me just show you, for example, if you pick one of the papers, how amazing. Just look at that. I mean, no matter, I haven't done anything with it yet, but look how cool it is. And now whoopsie daisy, let's cut our tree line too. Because the tree line is what's sort of like the little hero of this little product today. So let's take our tree line. The cool thing about the tree line, guys, is it stays in the page. So if you really want to build that tree line, you can just keep building and building and building without cutting it out of the page. Does that make sense? So let's just get our die cut machine and show you how this tree line works. So you could do it like this, look. I'll just show you here. So if you've got maybe the Stag, our last collection with those trees that did that frame, you could absolutely put the trees to the front and make it look like there's trees or mountains in the background. So many options, really. So let's just for example, I'll just show you this one. Liked and shared, says Carol. Thank you so much, darling. If you open your advent calendar early, Tina, we know where you live. No cheating this year, Tina. Who said that? Tim, did you just shout Tina's name out? Is Tina watching? Oh. Look, guys, it stays in the page. You have to snip it out. How cool is that? I think it's just absolutely awesome. If you want to put some sparkly card behind there, make it look like sparkly back, whatever you want. If you want to do an easel card that's got cascading trees at the front, it's so cool. Right, I'm going to cut this out actually. I think I'm going to use it, so I'll just snip it out. Oopsie daisy. Just give it a wiggle. You could paint these if you want to be a bit mindful, get your paintbrush out. But look at this. So this is like the... Tim, could you just pass me that card in the middle, please, darling? That one, I think it's that one, yeah. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Sorry, it's my apologies. Tim's just going to pass me. You just pass me the cards behind, please. There's a great example of using the trees. Thank you. I hope I've got it. Oh, I haven't. No. I think it was Paul did a great card where he used like the bottom of the tree at the bottom and the top of the tree at the top. But anyway, let's just show you these samples while I've got them in my hand. Look at that. What about using it as a stencil? Using your sprays? Using the centre with your holographic cards, your embossing folders, your big words? Julie says her refills are landing tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. So excited. Look at that. I'm going to do this as a little bit of a demo, I think. Look at that tree line there. Isn't that just incredible? That's like one of those shadow boxes that you create. Another one there. And then just the torn paper with your embossing folders. Come on, let's get some demos done. Michaela says the samples are always pure inspiration. They are. The team are fab, we all know that. But you could also use this as a stencil look. If you have this on your card and you inked with some green or something onto some paper, let's actually have a look at that while we're doing it, because we can. I'll show you for example. So if you popped that on there, I mean, just using the ink that's on here, it looks like we've got pink on here. Then you've got your own tree line stencil. So the waste is not waste, remember that. Right, okay. So let's create our card. Got lots of things going on here. Right, let's get a card blank. Let's start from the bottom up. So I've got this card blank, square one. Then we've got this lovely paper. So I've done it so it's sort of like, just leaves a panel down the left and right. So I think this is a nice touch rather than just matte and layers all the time. Let's get some tape. See what I mean? I get asked so many times about these pens. Don't bother. The mission still continues, though, in relation to good tape pens. So let's pop this on here. Like so. And then I've already, the one that we just cut there, ladies and gentlemen, I've just done one ahead of time and popped some pads on. But what I want to do is a nice sort of tree line. So we've got this one I've just done and this one. So let's just think about what we're going to do here. Now, this needs to come quite low because we don't want that nasty little gap there. You need to hide this gap here. So let's maybe snip this one away and put that little piece underneath there. So I'm just making a nice, I'm going to do a nice big 3D landscape. So I'm going to pop this one in there just to fill that little gap. So I've got one already. Okay, so let's just tape him in there. Make sure I pick up the right pen. Let's pop him in there. Like so. He's hidden at the back there. So now we've not got that like nasty line. Okay, and then let's take this one and let's pop this one about there, do we think? That looks nice. Let's just trim his leg off. Think about autumn shades, oranges and browns and greens with these trees. That would be awesome. So you can see behind here, I need to take off these pads so it'll stick to these pads. So build your tree line behind your stag first before you adhere it to the paper. So let's pop him about there. Like so. And then I've got another tree line here. I think I might just go a little bit off to the side on this one, like so. Can we see there? He looks nice. Or you could go even further up. Make sure you fill your gap though. Just off. That looks nice, doesn't it? Shall we go there? So let's just trim off the end. The thing is, you could keep trimming. This little tree here could be used again and again. So let me just remove some of these pads as well. Make sure you maybe use a bit of glue as well, just to make sure it's not going to budge around. Denise says, Toni, I've heard ThermoWeb has good tape runners. Might be worth checking out. I'll try them. I've yet to find some that actually work and don't snap and cost you a fortune. The journey has been a long one, let me tell you, Denise. I would like to do my own, if I'm completely honest. But as of yet, I have tried, I would probably say between 80 and 100 samples, and I'm still hunting. Oh, look at my tree line. He's good, isn't it? Now, I'm not sure they're going to stay absolutely put, so I'm just going to have to stick some tape behind here. There we go. Let's take off the rest of the pads. Julie says she uses Hunky Dory tape pens. The tape pad off that. The thing is with me, when I say like tape pens, I would prefer to spend a little bit more money on a tape pen where I could use the whole roll, if that makes sense. So rather than buy 10 for a tenner, which I'll break halfway through because it's just not sustainable and it's so wasteful, I would rather buy 2 for a tenner or whatever, I don't know, whatever price they are, and know that it's not going to snap, it's going to stick, and I can use the whole roll without going, well, that were a pile of poo, and put it in the bin. So that's what happens all the time. I hate waste, if you hadn't gathered. My son always says to me, or if Tim does anything like is wasteful in any sense, it could be anything, like not fill a rubbish bag full to the top. Tom always says to Tim, Daddy, Mummy won't be happy if that bag's not full to the top. I mean, it's a bin bag. Come on, Tom, give me a little bit of credit. But yeah, Mummy won't be happy. It's wasteful. Am I that bad? Right, okay, here we go. Make sure it's straight, Toni. Doesn't look very straight at all, does it? Move it down a little bit. Looks straight to me, but on camera it looks wonky. Oh, it's getting wonkier. I ain't got my gigs on either, so you have to just give me. You can see, look at that in there. How cool is that? I'll just give this a press. And then, if you think about all of the ones that we've created this year, they've all come with a whole bunch of words, haven't they? The ice skate, the bell, the stags, they all come with some pre-printed sentiments. I'm not sure which collection this is from. It's what I had to hand. So I'm just going to cut one of these sentiments. I'm just going to go with Noel. That's quite cute. And we'll cut this one free. I'm loving these pre-printed sentiments because it means I ain't got to get my ink pads out if I don't want to stamp. You know, if I'm not in a stampy mood, I could just cut a sentiment and just be done. Make sure you cut yours straight though. Like so, and then we could just stick this to Daisy. And it's severely lacking sparkles. So we just need to get some sparkles. Would absolutely be lovely to have reliable tape pens. You know, like you have that ink pad that's always reliable, or you have something that you know it's going to be there, it's going to work every single time. That's what you want with a tape pen. Now my glitter glue's blocked, which is not a good sketch. It helps if you put the lid on properly, Toni. Hopefully. Is it going to work this time? Oh. I really want the gold because I need it for my next card. Can I get this lid off? You watch her get covered in glitter. Do you know as well, what happened was, it's so funny because the team's obviously been packing the advent calendars, haven't they? And we were all laughing about you having to open the bags with some of the little cute gems that we've put in. And Simon's like, well, we could put a little party popper in there so it goes bang when you open it. I was like, oh, yeah. And then everybody's claiming because somebody's died because they weren't expecting it to go bang. Oh, honestly, the things that the team were coming up with, I can't unblock this. I'll have to get Tim to do it for me when he gets a second. It's no rush, Tim, don't matter. But anyway, with or without the sparkle, I think you get the idea. Let me just show you the card that is in the blue. So you've got, look, a light grey with the blue and the trees, and then you've got the dark grey and the reds and the golds as well. So you might have to cut it in there. How wonderful is that? Love it, love it, love it. And you can paper piece the start. I just love it. And you saw how simple that was as well, right? So that's that card. I've got another one for you, though. Well, let's get the paper pad. Just move these out of the way. And I love the hills in this one, really different. And Sarah said, oh, I had paper like that. I didn't copy her, I promise. She's like, oh my gosh, copycats, here we go. Can't tell her out, can't do out without stealing it. Let's have a look at this. Oh no, we've already done a red one. Let's do a different one. Change colour. Let's do the blue one. Oh no. Oh. Okay, let's do it. Even though I have got one already done ahead of time. So this is the blue one. Let's just use one, Tony. So what you're going to need for this particular demo is a blade. Have I got my blade? Let's have a look. Is that a blade? No. So you're just going to need your, like, cutting knife, as you would if you were going to cut a piece of paper, right? Pretend this is a blade. Pretend this is a blade. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take your blade and you're going to cut on the hills, like so, to create a hole. So you do it on all of the lines, like so. Like so, as if it were a blade. And then you'll have a piece of paper or a piece of card that looks like this. Holy moly. You see? Okay, and what I've done is the glue that Tim is just about to unblock for me, bless him, I used on the hill. So you could use on this particular one, you could use on this lovely star at the top, or the spackles, so, or on the bottom. It's just beautiful, right? So I just put some sort of like gold shimmer on the hills and up on the star there. So what I'm, thank you so. Oh, Tim, you can't do that to me. I'm going to kill you. Oh, guys, you're going to die when I show you what he's done. You can tell he's not a crafter. What is that? What is that? What's it done to your head? How am I supposed to get precision on that now? Oh, listen. Let's hope you haven't got a husband at home that just lobs off your point. Anyway, so try and do a precision. So try and do it precisely without a point. Just gonna end up with blobs. I'm gonna kill him, guys. I'm gonna kill him. Look at all emojis. He can tell he's not a blooming crap. Well, it's not too bad. I could get away with it, but jeepers. I mean, he hasn't blocked it. I suppose I should be grateful, but crikey, you have to unblock it. You can't cheat and get rid of the precision. I'm going to have to steal one off another one, and then there you go. Anyway, look at you all laughing now. This is what I've got to put up with. I'd expect that from Tom. Come on. Anyway, thankfully, I have this one pre-done with the gold and the strips, and you can see if you've got some sparkly glitter glue, This is our new one, which I'm going to be launching soon. But if you've got your sparkly glitter glues, of course, you could utilise them on this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I did was, let me just find them. I cut some of those lovely tree lines in a sparkly colour. They're all laughing. Never mind. Nobody's died. Here, look, some trees in some sparkles. I think I might need some more, though. I have got some more coloured card, but this one's probably more matchy-matchy. This one's got a pink tone, but I'm going to use it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the trees and place them into our hills. Can you see? Now you're going to have to trim that down. Cut your trees down to whatever. I'll cut that very well. Oh, there we go. So you could have different levels of trees. So let's just see. Always place them first and see what they look like. That's going to go down in history, that one, isn't it? No wonder Tim is behind the camera, says Denise Rigatano. Tim? Another set of trees here, look. And then we'll pop these, we'll maybe do a smaller tree. Let's make this one a bit smaller. Well, that's just killed my gold glitter glue, guys, anyway. So let's make this one a bit smaller. And I'm just going to taper that edge off a little bit so you can't really see. And then place it inside just to see what it looks like. So we'll have trees off to the right, trees off to the left. This was going to be a fantastic demo. Like so, and then we'll put these ones off to the right. Make sure they're sort of like levelish. And then we've got another one at the top there, so I need another set of trees. So do you think we should maybe use the gold to breaks it up a little bit? Let's cut one in the gold. Let's just move up to this. We have got this little cheeky fella here, but I have done the big slit. I've done a whole slit up there. So I feel like it really does need a full tree line. Let's just push that down and see what it looks like. Everything else is probably going to move now. Let's have a look. So I haven't taped anything in place yet. We could have a little cheeky one there. That looks nice. Shall we go with that? I don't think it needs another one. So then what I'm going to carefully do, hopefully, is turn this over like so. You see all my makings at the back. And then we'll pop some tape. Got the wrong one, yeah. I'm going to pop some tape over the top. Oh, this lit today. All since you ruined my glitter glue. So then just make sure it's level. And you're happy with it. That is not a bad effort at all. Could put, if you've got a little loose tree which you've got snipped away, like I've got this one here, it's white, it's no good, but could you imagine like white with sparkles on? That would look awesome as well. This needs to come down a little bit, that's not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue, lift it up, use wet glue, dry glue, whatever you need. And then one under here. That needs to go down a bit. And then we've got our lovely tree line on there. That is nice, isn't it? What I would probably do just to secure this a little bit more is I'd put tape on it like I have. And I would probably, see what I mean? What's happened there now? And I would probably stick something behind, like a piece of card, just maybe something like our waist here, just to hold it in place. Stop it all from moving around a little bit. use your wet glue and things like that. And then it doesn't, let's just push him down. I like him down. There we go. Like so. Let's just get rid of that piece of white there though. And then let's get our card. So we have our nice card. And again, I've just gone for the panel system down the side. So now what I'll do is I'll take this. So this is sort of like a super quick card as well, if you're wanting a little bit different. So you're not wanting stags on your card, or you're not wanting, you know, animals. You're just wanting something quite classy and elegant. You could do this in the reds, the blues. There's some other colours in there too. Give it a good old push down. And then let's get one of our sentiments, which I have already matte and laid, tidings of comfort and joy on there. And I feel like this should be padded. Thanks for making me laugh out loud. I hope you weren't drinking a cup of tea, Rosamond. And then I think we'll just pop our little sentiment just under our tree line here. It's not cut very straight. Mind you, I think I might have done that on purpose, because that is just so bad. It looks like I have done it on purpose. I'm not sure. Listen with today, how today's going. So just, and what I would probably do is, can you see this little white piece from the inside of my paper? Because obviously the paper's got a white core. If Tim had not ruined my glue, I would have taken the gold and I would have run some more gold just on the top of there, just to hide that like cut line, because you can just see it there, and I don't like it. We could hide it. But there you go. So look at that. That needs to go down a little bit as well. Wait a minute. I don't want the line, I just want the trees. Thank you very much. There we go. So now you have that beautiful tree line where it looks like all the trees are going into that lovely hill system. Just a beautiful card, right, guys? So let's just show you the cards. I know this is the one in the blue. And then there's one in that red. So just to show you the paper colour formation in there. So you've got the red, the blue, and the, if you look, that one's purpley blue. This one's a normal blue. Just one more look. You've got stars at the top rather than like a dedicated star. Then this one's black at the top. And then you've got some with nothing at the top. So if you really wanted to keep it classic, clean and simple, you could absolutely do that. Imagine your gold wow powders, sentiments onto here too. So you have lots of different options on there as well, guys. So there we go. Now this is available on its own. So if you are wanting to buy extra, I've put it on as an extra because poor Karen gets pestered for the extra paper. So if you want to get that as an extra top up, as an upsell, you can do that, of course. But the full collection today, $36.99, and the code was on the screen there. So that's today's one day special. I hope you like it. That is the last of our Christmas, I believe. I don't think there's any more. I don't think. We did our foiling books. I don't think there is any more. So I'm going to love you all and leave you, because now I need to clear completely down and get ready tonight for our Black Friday deals. Now, if you're not a club member, join. You need to join, because you're going to get extra 5% on top of whatever I'm offering tonight. And if you have those points, you are in for a fantastic, fantastic show at 6 p.m. And it's Black Friday, so I will be wearing black, of course. I will get a shower. I will have a wash just for the occasion, and it'll be 2 counters of steals and deals. I will see you all at 6 p.m. this evening. Take care, guys. Bye.